Hey folks, how you doing? Jimmy here, and I've got an amazing question of the day for you. This is a really good one. So here's a scenario. A buyer and his wife make an offer on a house. The offer that they make is less than the home's asking price. The listing agent, after receiving this offer, takes the offer and calls the buyer's loan officer specifically. Somehow or another, the listing agent convinces the loan officer to tell her just exactly how much the buyers are approved for. Once she has that information, she goes and tells her sellers, and the sellers counter at a significantly higher rate, a significantly higher amount. Less than the original sales price, but significantly higher than what was being offered. Later on, it comes out the listing agent, running her mouth, actually tells the buyers what she did. And needless to say, the potential buyers decide to back out of the deal because it was more than they wanted to pay. A few weeks later, they're talking, and then they get the idea, hey, I should probably report the listing agent because she did something wrong. So here's the question. Did the listing agent really do anything wrong? Now, here's where it gets really interesting because, to be honest with you, man, I wish all real estate agents were that diligent. I mean, let's be honest. If this person had a property and they were contracted to sell it for you, you give them, not only would you give them a raise, you give them a steak dinner or something, because that's awesome. They went above and beyond, and that is amazing, right? Not only did they help you craft a better offer, but they found out how much you can afford so that you couldn't even come back and say, well, I can't afford that. They knew. I mean, that's killing the game. Now, here's the problem with that. So from the listing agent, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything you can do to talk to sanction the listing agent. I think she was just, while she was overly aggressive, in my opinion, she was doing her job. Matter of fact, she was aggressively doing her job. Property investors, specifically real estate investors, really don't know how to value property. They don't. They just simply do not know how to value property the way banks do. Hey folks, how you guys doing today? Jimmy Roberts here. And after 30 years in the real estate business, over 20 years of that being in the appraisal business, the one thing that I know is for sure, the 5 biggest mistakes that real estate investors make that keep them from making big profits on their flips and in their investments in general. And I'm making that available to you. All you have to do is click the link below, and there you go. This is Jimmy Roberts. Get the 5 biggest mistakes that real estate investors make, and you can get it below. See ya. Like I said, it's uncomfortable, but I can't necessarily say that she did anything wrong. She didn't. But there is a party in this that really screwed up and should really be under scrutiny right now.
Something fishy going on here.
And that's the loan officer. The loan officer in this situation had absolutely no responsibility to tell the listing agent what his clients can afford. I'm going to repeat that. The loan officer had no responsibility, or they should not even thought to do it, to tell the listing agent what his borrowers could afford. I mean, think about that. There is such thing as privacy. There's privacy laws. There just are, right?
Privacy is very important to us.
The reason that the loan officer has all that information is because he has a relationship with the buyer. The buyer and he are on the same side. He just turned all that and just vomited all that information to the listing agent without the buyer's permission. That's the key. None of this was done with the buyer's permission. And that's where the loan officer needs to have his butt put in the fire.
You embarrass me!
Because he violated his fiduciary duty to the buyer. So there you have it. If you have a listing agent that aggressive to get that type of information, man, you got a good one. She may get you in trouble later on down the road, but hey, you might want to take the L on that one. But make sure in that situation, make sure you put that loan officer in check, because they're the ones who really screwed this one. Alrighty, this is Jimmy, local real estate professional, and I'll catch up with you later.